before I'll pass the microphone back to Tom. This is a virtual show that is going on as we speak. It started yesterday and it'll go through this Friday, in which one of our guest speakers and client of the ITC Special Mine Services is participating with CARES Act funds. So they are participating in this virtual show that is sponsored by the American Chambers of Commerce in Colombia, Peru, and I believe Ecuador as well. So last night I took a virtual walk, and this is what I found. This is a screenshot of Special Mine Services virtual booth. Very exciting. So visitors from all around the world are now stopping by this virtual booth from Special Mine Services and representing Illinois to the world. So very excited about that. And with that, Tom, I'm going to pass the microphone to you so you can introduce our first guest speaker.
Sylvia, thank you very much for your overview. And it's a pleasure to introduce Marshall Girtman to everyone. Marshall has got a little bit of a time constraint because he wants to participate in the trade show. But Marshall is a gentleman who is really working very hard with the Special Mine Services to begin the export journey. And it's valuable for all of you to listen to Marshall, and he can talk about his experience in this journey so far. And Marshall, with that, what would you say is the major reason why Special Mine Services has decided to export?
Thank you for the introduction, Tom and Sylvia. I appreciate it. A little bit of our history in Special Mine Services. We've been in business for 37 years, selling domestically. Over 20 years, we've been exporting to Canada. For a number of years, we've tossed around the idea of expanding our export operations to other markets for a couple of reasons. One of them is the decline of the mining industry here in the United States, but also the increase of the mining industry globally. There are a number of opportunities globally that we've been tracking for a number of years and kind of didn't have the resources to figure out how to do it or the time to actually invest in it. So this year with the pandemic going on, it's kind of forced everybody to slow down, and we use that as an opportunity to actually put a couple feet forward to jump towards expanding our market potential. I started working with Sylvia at the ITC in July, and initially she was able to help me with just conducting initial market analysis and research, particularly with countries that we have free trade agreements with for the tax incentives and things like that. And it kind of validated some of the market potential that we had already conducted, and it also opened our eyes up to other potential markets. So working with Sylvia, we confirmed the market readiness, market analysis through that, and then immediately started application for ISTEP funding. We've submitted our application and actually recently been approved for ISTEP funding to two different markets, Australia and Peru. And we've worked with, as Sylvia said, I've been in contact with consulting firms in those markets a few different times through Zoom conference and numerous emails back and forth in order to conduct matchmaking services. And we have some good leads with some distributors in those regions. So already within a period of less than 5 months, we've went from not knowing how to begin to actually having concrete discussions with potential distributors in target markets. So that's very exciting for us. We're in the process now of kind of hashing out some of the details with developing distributorship agreements, and hopefully in 2021 we'll increase some sales into those markets. So that was specifically in terms of the ISTEP funding and where that's led us to. Pigging on that with the CARES Act funding, we've actually Sylvia has helped us to gain further exposure into Mexico, working with ITC office in Mexico, and kind of gain a broad general overview with the market in Mexico to develop a database of distributors, and we're currently in that process. So we're kind of approaching this threefold to attack 3 different markets simultaneously to get started on our approach. So I guess that's a long answer to your question, Tom, but the opportunity seemed right. We've been looking at it for a number of years, and now was the time to do it with us having the time availability to do it, and the learning of the ISTEP funding and the CARES Act funding. And this is a little bit about who we are, what we do. We manufacture industrial electrical connectors, mainly for the mining and tunneling industry, although they are used for a number of other industries. Entertainment industry is one that we're actually branching out into. They use the same type of technology to power studio equipment. So we're looking at other industries and other ways to do it. Something that we're proud of, all of our components are manufactured in-house. So we get raw stock and do 100% of the manufacturing at our manufacturing facility here in little West Frankfort, Illinois. And that's the products that go out globally. But that allows us to control the quality, as well as it allows us to tailor our products to meet customer specific needs, whether it be a certain size connector, certain voltage, amperage, color coding, or you name it. We can tailor it here in house. On the top of that screen there, that's one of our prized products. It's called lever action connector. Our company is actually one of the first to develop that type of technology that allows for a quick release and a solid connection. Other companies have kind of stolen the idea and mimicked it some. So, that shows us that it's a good product. But that's one of the ones that we kind of highlight. And working with the ITC, we've been able to get these products in the view of, like I said, other distributors and other markets. And like Sylvia's mentioned, we're actually in the process yesterday, today, and tomorrow of participating in our first virtual trade show. It's taking place in Colombia. So already I've had numerous contacts and conversations with companies in Colombia and Peru and Chile and different companies in Latin America. So it's gained us already exposure and potential contacts for hopefully reaching new distributors and new contacts in those regions as well, to kind of piggyback on the work that we've done through the ITC already. I will mention one final thing that we've been participating in. She's also been introduced us to contact with other type of exporting agencies and freight forwarders and XM Bank, and just a wealth of information and knowledge. And a lot of that has been covered through the office there at ITC, as well as some of the CARES Act funding. She had mentioned a translation service. We've developed a kind of a one-page marketing brochure for these types of shows. And through the CARES Act, we were able to get that translated into Spanish at no cost to us. So that's been proven to be very beneficial during the trade show that we're currently involved in order to have marketing material in a native language. So we wouldn't be anywhere close to where we were at without the ISTEP funding, without the CARES Act funding, and the knowledge of Sylvia and Craig and Tom and everybody that's kind of helped us. And in my opinion, and everybody here at Special Mine Services, we consider all of you a part of our export team and part of our international sales team, because we couldn't do it without you. And I guess one of the last things I'll say is I've been participating in these virtual roundtables for a couple of months now, and I've been encouraged by the success of Red Bud Industries and some of the other companies that have shared. And to us, having gone from not knowing how to do this even 6 months ago to where we are at now, it's proof that the success of each company contributes to the success of others. So we can all piggyback off each other's success and learn from one another. So I appreciate everything that's been given to us and helped with us. And hopefully we can return the favor in any way possible. My contact information is there on the bottom of the screen. Feel free to email me or call us up and ask more information about our company, our products, or where we're at so far in the journey. So that's kind of us in a nutshell and where we're at. So I appreciate the opportunity to speak to you guys.